In this video, we look at how to use stated choice or discrete choice data to do two things. One is to create a frequency of a variable that is generic, that is available across all the alternatives. The frequency distribution of those variables for the chosen alternative. And then we're going to look at the frequency distribution for different kinds of people, or for characteristics, variables that don't change between the alternatives in the data set. So the first one we're going to look at is travel time. The travel time is a generic variable. There is a travel time variable for each of the different alternatives. Here we have train, here we have Swiss Metro. And what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate or show the frequency, do a histogram of the travel time of the chosen alternative. So we have a variable here called chosen travel time. You can just barely see that, chosen travel time. So it's the value of travel time on the survey that was associated with the alternative that the respondent actually chose. So if we look here, the chosen travel time is 63 minutes. We see that the person chose the second alternative. The second alternative is the train, or rather is the Swiss Metro. And if we look at the travel time for the Swiss Metro over here, it's also 63. In the case of a person choosing the train, their chosen travel time is 103 minutes, and that corresponds with the train travel time right here. Okay, very good. So how do we do a frequency distribution, or a histogram, of chosen travel time? First, we need to create a pivot table. We've used these a lot before. Excel will create it automatically. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the chosen travel time and put that into our values. We want to count. We want a frequency count. So we see that there's 10,728 times that choices were made, choice tasks were responded to. And then in the row labels, we're going to have the actual chosen travel times. Now, if we go over to the pivot table, we can right-click on it. We can right-click on it, choose Group, and Excel will automatically choose bins, i.e. the range and the distance between the ranges over which it's going to calculate its histogram. And so now we have a table that corresponds to the frequency with which the chosen travel time was of a particular value, so between 8 and 107 minutes. There are 6,503 choices. As we increase from 108 minutes to 207 minutes, there's 3,580. And if we take this information, copy it, and put it into another table to analyze it, if we select that, and then we would like to insert a column chart, we have now created a histogram of the frequency with which the chosen travel time takes on different values. You can now use Excel to label the graph appropriately.